At this moment, ladies and gentlemen, please join us in singing our Philippine national anthem, Doxology, Regional Hymn, Zamboanga del Sur March, and Pagadan City Hymn.
Kababayan, ang pambansang awit ng Pilipinas.
Kayang mag-iliw, helas ng silanganan, alam ng puso, sa dikit mo'y buhay. Lupang hinirang, kuya ka ng magiting, sa manlulupin, di ka pasisingil, sa nagatak tutok sa simoy at sa langit mong pagaw, ay hinatang tulang awit sa pagkayang minamahal. Ang isang ng matawad mo'y tagumpay na nag-iindig, ang bituin at araw niya kailan ang ay di magtitindig. Luman ang araw ng walhaging pagsinta, buhay langit sa piling mo. Ang inigaya na
Our Heavenly Father, you who grants wisdom and intelligence to those who seek them for common good, we are gathered today in the sight of your beloved congregation to give you due honor and glory, and thank you for this auspicious opportunity to learn, to grow, and to be nurtured by our mentors, who were your tools to teach us the most valuable aspects in life. We beseech you once more today to be with us in our graduation ceremony and stand beside us as we are conferred the merits of our hard work and dedication. Bless and sanctify our diplomas, the testimony of the success we have achieved, not just by our own doing, but by the grace you have endowed us. Continue to inspire our mentors, the bearers of your infinite wisdom, who, in their passion to teach, bring us all to fruition, and in achieving what we endeavor the most, a brighter future for our families, and a better world for our brethren. Above all else, O Lord, bless our graduates and their families, who never wavered in their support to bring each one of them to success and become bearers of your goodness to the enduring hardships of our communities and of the world we lived in. All these we ask and pray through Christ our Lord, the way, the truth, and the life. Amen.
Hear the trees and flowers bloom. Hear the breezes gently blow. Hear the birds sing merrily, and liberty forever stays. Hear the bell just roll the sea. Hear the summons leave in peace. Hear the thousands cry so free, building up dancing unity. Gallant men, and they will swim, linger with love and care. Golden peaks of sunrise and sunset, our visions you'll never forget. All the strange and light, hard-working people about every valley and dale. Someone en los ágalos, vinculados iguanos, inundanos sopan él, pulmonanos y longos, all of them are proud and true, rich and wide our written land. With fair shores and mountains filled with treasures, a rich land where dreams unfold. Its people marching on to progress, hearts undaunted, brave and true. Hand in hand with brother Filipinos, Zambo Sur will make you great. We'll work unceasing without relenting, for country's fight you can count on us. With fair shores and mountains filled with treasures, a rich land where dreams unfold. Its people marching on to progress, Share our joys and sorrows, join in the making of a wondrous land. Some will guide us through the bountiful, beloved by all hearts great and small. We will live for you, we will die for you. Fearless is ours among others soon. Come to beautiful Zamboanga shore. Welcome to God's great gift given to man.
God's great gift given to share with our joys and sorrows.
Join in the making of a wondrous land.
This land, the wondrous
Some
sun,
will guide us through the bountiful, beloved by all hearts great and small. We will live for you, we die for you. Our Zamboanga and soul.
Pagadian is a beautiful city, just like a pearl on the southern sea. With its people so friendly and sincere, Pagadian so wonderful to stay. Every garden is filled with red roses, the sound of loving music fills the air. Lovers in the park, sweetly strumming guitar. Pagadian, you're always in my heart. People feel the joy and pride of peaceful living. Thy verdant hills and valleys reach where rivers flow. Breezes from the ocean blue refresh us the whole night through. Pagadian, I shall always be with you. People feel the joy and pride of peaceful living. Thy verdant hills and valleys reach where rivers flow. Breezes from the ocean blue refresh us the whole night through. Pagadian, I shall always be with you.
To our school's division superintendent, Dr. Maria Liza R. Tabelon, Assistant Schools Division Superintendent Maria Colleen L. Emoricha, our brilliant PSDS Teresa C. Saranza, to our kind and ever supportive school head Elmer E. Butak, to our dynamic teachers, beloved parents, my fellow candidates, batch 2021-2022. Ladies and gentlemen, a pleasant morning to one and all. Welcome to our virtual graduation ceremony with a theme K-12 graduates, pursuing dreams and fostering resilience in the face of adversity. It aims to recognize that despite the risks and uncertainties brought by the COVID-19 pandemic, as well as the challenges it has posed to education, our Filipino learners remain resilient, and their desire to build a better future anchored on a clear vision. Indeed, regardless situation we face today, we are determined to graduate. Still, the spirit of resiliency is in us to stand firm through toughest times. Once again, congratulations, and may God bless us all. Thank you, and mabuhay!
In my capacity as the Grade 6 advisor of Ben Sagon Memorial Elementary School, I have the honor to present 35 candidates for graduation, of which 20 are males and 15 are females, to the school principal, Mr. Elmer E. Butak, for certification.
As the school head of Bsmes Memorial Elementary School, I have the honor to certify 35 candidates for graduation from Bsmes Memorial Elementary School to the school's division superintendent, Dr. Maria Lisa R. Tabilon, ICISO 5, well represented by PSDS Maria Teresa C. Taranza, for confirmation with the certification that they have satisfactorily completed the requirements for graduation of the elementary curriculum as prescribed by the Department of Education.
By virtue of the authority delegated to me by the City Schools Division Superintendent for the Division of Pagadian City, Dr. Maria Lisa R. Tabilon, CESO 5, and upon certification of Mr. Elmer C. Butak, School Head of Bsmes Memorial Elementary School, that 20 male and 15 female have satisfactorily completed the requirements for graduation of elementary curriculum as prescribed by the Department of Education. I now officially confirm you as graduates of Class 2022 from Bsmes Memorial Elementary School, school year 2021-2022. Congratulations!
Let me read to you the citation of the certificate. Republic of the Philippines, Department of Education, Region 9, Division of Pagadan City, District 4, Bsmes Memorial Elementary School. This certifies that Michael O. Albillar has satisfactorily completed the requirements of the elementary curriculum as prescribed by the Department of Education and is therefore awarded this certificate, signed in Pagadan City, Philippines on the 28th day of June 2022. Signed by our school head, Elmer E. Butak, and the school's division superintendent, Maria Liza R. Tabilon, EDD, CESO 5. Rondel P. Ancap, Roland D. Antisoda, June Rizel M. Brunyola, Raven L. Caballero, Froilan Jr. T. Cabanas, Earl Anthony C. Cabunilas, Libert Jr. U. Campion, Jurix T. Cuyagbo, Janric B. Dayundon, James Brian R. Del Rosario, Warren A. De la Rama, Emerson A. Duhilag, Mark Sherwin E. Hidlao, Dion Claire C. Magsayo, EJ L. Reales, Farhan B. Sangkaan, Mark Glenn D. Solatorio, Francis Ray L. Tambuboy, Charles G. Uba, Reina D. Antisoda, Jessamay T. Arsenal, Frezi Luis S. Camanian, Jana V. Catemprato, Gia U. Celeste, Jillian Jane B. Delmo, Cherry May L. Deo, Eileen B. Haluot, Nelly Jean A. Lingatang, Rowelyn B. Marinas, Keisha Jane P. Monterola, Kyle Moraine J. Padayaw, Jeremy E. Parami, Precious Shane C. Piala, Samantha Nicole P. Sinahon. Ladies and gentlemen, here are the graduates of Bsmes Memorial Elementary School, school year 2021-2022. Michael O. Albillar, the son of Mr. and Mrs. Perfecto Albillar. Rondel P. Ancap, the son of Mr. and Mrs. Ramiel Angkap. Roland D. Antisoda, the son of Mr. and Mrs. Reynaldo Antisoda. June Rizel M. Brunyola, the son of Mr. and Mrs. Eliezer Brunyola. Raven L. Caballero, the son of Miss Yoseli Caballero. Froilan Jr. T. Cabanes, the son of Miss Marian Torres. Earl Anthony C. Cabonilas, the son of Miss Eva Cabonilas. Libert Jr. U. Campion, the son of Mr. and Mrs. Libert Campion. Jorix T. Cuyagbo, the son of Mr. and Mrs. Jonares Cuyagbo. Janric B. Dayundon, the son of Mr. and Mrs. Juleto Dayundon. James Brian R. Del Rosario, the son of Mr. and Mrs. Nilo Del Rosario. Warren A. De la Rama, the son of Mr. and Mrs. Ronaldo de la Rama. Emerson A. Duhilag, the son of Mr. and Mrs. Ramil Duhilag. Mark Sherwin E. Hidlao, the son of Mr. and Mrs. Simer Hidlao. Dion Claire C. Magsayo, the son of Mr. and Mrs. Gary Magsayo. E.J. L. Reales, the son of Mr. and Mrs. Joel Reales. Farhan B. Sangkaan, the son of Mr. and Mrs. Jamel Sangkaan. Mark Glenn D. Solatorio, the son of Mr. and Mrs. Giraldo Solatorio. Francis Ray L. Tambuboy, the son of Mr. and Mrs. Francisco Tambuboy. Charles G. Uba, the son of Mr. and Mrs. Dante Uba. Reina D. Antisoda, the daughter of Mr. and Mrs. Reynaldo Antisoda. Jessame T. Arsenal, the daughter of Mr. and Mrs. Marvin Arsenal. Frezi Louise S. Camanian, the daughter of Mr. and Mrs. Florencio Camanian. Jana V. Catemprato, the daughter of Mr. and Mrs. Jeffrey Catemprato. Gia U. Celeste, the daughter of Mr. and Mrs. Joselito Celeste. Julian Jane B. Delmo, the daughter of Miss Judith Barrientos. Cherry May L. Deo, the daughter of Mr. and Mrs. Ranilo Deo. Roylene B. Haluot, the daughter of Mr. and Mrs. Rane Rio Haluot. Nellie Jean A. Lingatong, the daughter of Mr. and Mrs. Arnel Lingatong. Robeline B. Marinas, the daughter of Mr. and Mrs. Rosbert Marinas. Kisha Jane P. Monterola, the daughter of Mr. and Mrs. Roger Monterola. Kyle Maureen J. Padayaw, the daughter of Miss Jane Hepolan. Jeremy E. Parami, the daughter of Mr. and Mrs. Julieto Parami. Precious Shane C. Piala, the daughter of Mr. and Mrs. Raimundo Piala. Samantha Nicole P. Sinahon, the daughter of Mr. and Mrs. Emmanuel Crisanto. Sinahon.
Kudos to all graduates and completers of Pagadian City Schools Division for school year 2021-2022. You all deserve no less than a resounding applause. It is amazing how you all hurdled the challenges throughout the year in spite of the unique way that you are allowed to engage learning during the pandemic. As the school year swiftly comes to its culmination, we convey our gratitude and appreciation to your perseverance and commitment that walk you through the difficult yet exciting and empowering path in your studies. Your adaptation and transitioning have been made possible by your champions in education who rallied behind so that vital support for your learning will be available for you. Our salute to your parents, teachers, school and community officials, and other well-meaning stakeholders who ensure quality and excellence in your years of learning exposure and mastery of life's lessons. In this end of school year rights theme, K to 12 graduates, pursuing dreams and fostering resilience in the face of adversity is highlighted. Your persistence, courage, and determination to pursue your education and persevere the challenges and threats with the end goal of realizing your dreams. Qualities that further define you with your bravery, strength, and firmness of purpose that made way for this momentous occasion, the completion of a level of education that ushers you towards brighter opportunities and a better future. Your journey in life may at times be rough, but we would like to be confident that the quality time you spent on learning have holistically developed you and have woven in your personalities the values of positivity, perseverance, self-sufficiency, excellence, and empathy that befit you as noble stewards of society. As you continue to traverse the challenging paths in life, we encourage you to be strong and be physically fit and healthy to endure and hurdle whatever heavy and vigorous tasks ahead. To stay strong and be mentally and psychologically ready to withstand difficulties and trials and tests of personality and aptitude. To remain strong and be intellectually equipped and spiritually nourished. To ensure being steadfast and unwavering when at faced with tribulations and afflictions. The challenges do not end when they are hurdled, hence needing you to continually prepare for the next set of challenges to meet. Having chosen to continue to learn, you already have emerged victorious. That leads you to the day that you reap the fruits of your honest toil and hard labor, enshrined in the solemn rites for your graduation and or completion. With happiness and pride, we usher you to a wider arena and a more empowering frontiers to explore with the assurance of our prayers and wishes for success in all your endeavors. Congratulations and God bless, Batch of 2022.
Let me read to you the graduation message from our DepEd Secretary, Leonor Magdalis Brianes. My warmest greetings to the school officials, administrators, faculty members and advisors, teachers, parents, and guardians of the graduates and completers of school year 2021-2022. On behalf of the Department of Education, I am proud to celebrate the successes, milestones, and achievements of this batch graduates and promoted students in this year's end of school year rights with a theme, K-12 graduates, pursuing dreams and fostering resilience in the face of adversity. In the past 6 years, we committed to our mandate to enhance the quality of education, broaden its access, and ensure its relevance in the rapidly changing world. DepEd endeavored to address each challenge by instituting programs and reforms in the department. We have fully implemented the K-12 curriculum and the aggressive reforms of Sulong Kalidad to produce globally competitive learners and teachers. We also expanded our mission for accessible education by strengthening the alternative learning system and the last mile schools programs to reach more Filipinos. Likewise, we also established the National Academy of Sports and Education Futures Unit to create more opportunities for our learners and anticipate the future of the education system in the country. Committed to sustaining this momentum, the department developed and implemented the Basic Education Learning Continuity Program, where we offered various learning modalities and produced award-winning initiatives such as the DepEd TV and DepEd Commons at the height of the pandemic. Eventually, the department held its ground against an unprecedented challenge in basic education as we progressively expand the reintroduction of face-to-face classes in the country. Indeed, education is truly a shared responsibility. This is why we express our utmost appreciation to our dear parents and teachers for being our partners in nurturing the youth throughout the years. To the class of 2022, resilience is in your blood. You have survived one of the toughest times in human history, yet still embraced education as your primary tool to success. I believe that with your passion and purpose, you can reach your dreams and change the world. May you keep on harnessing and imparting wisdom as together we will build a nation of competent global citizens and future leaders.
A blessed day to all of us. This could be the most or one of the most momentous and memorable graduation day because this could be the last virtual graduation that you will be attending. To our graduates' parents, congratulations. And let me share with you 6 lessons we have learned from the lockdown and pandemic. You might be wondering, why lessons from pandemic at this graduation or completion day? Because we all know that the best lessons are learned during hard times, and the best lessons we learned are during the most difficult times of our lives. Let me start with the first lesson, and it's about family. Family and home is indeed a gift. We realize that during pandemic, our bonding time with our husbands, with our children, are the longest during this time. During this pandemic, we come to learn that we come to know more of our children because we spend most of our time. We could eat lunch, breakfast, and dinner together. We come to know more about each other during this pandemic. And I think the best place we could be during the lockdown is our respective homes, di ba? It's the safest place we could be. And we realized that without a family during the lockdown could be the scariest thing because indeed family is a gift from God. The next lesson which I would like to share with you is about when you have all the reasons to quit, never ever quit. I would say resiliency, the best characteristic of Filipinos, and adaptability are the keys why we survive all this. Some of our lolos and lolas may have been born or alive during the World War II, and they experienced that schools were closed for 4 years during pandemic. But we at the Department of Education, we continued. We opted to provide education and tried our best to provide quality education through printed modules, through online learning, through radio-based or TV-based instructions. In other words, we do not allow pandemic. We may consider schools to be closed because from time to time, parents go to school to get their students' module, but it's never quitting. We never stop providing education because we know what will happen if pandemic would last for 5 years. Does it mean 5 taon hindi papasok yung mga bata? So, kung grade 7 ka ngayon, dapat 4 na taon yung maaaksaya sa'yo. But we all believe that never stop at the most difficult time or giving way to pandemic will not develop better individuals, better citizens of of the country, of the world. So as a person, as learners, I know in your young life, in your student life, there would be difficulties that would come your way. It could be a heartbreak, pwede kang ma-heartbroken, pwede kang, there would be some challenges in your life like sickness, financial challenges, and other trials that may come your way. But never quit. Just like us, don't stop, because these are just things that, those are temporary things. Daanan mo lang. Learn to fight. Learn to survive. As I have stated, thank God we are all alive after almost 3 years of the COVID virus. We are here because we never quit living. We never stop breathing. We never stop studying, and we are learning. The next lessons which I would like to highlight is about be like ants. Yung mga langgam. Well, we all know that the most important characteristic of the ants are they are capable of they invest wisely. During summertime, ano bang ginagawa ng mga langgam? Di ba they try to store food, preparing themselves or preparing for the rainy days. Investing wisely means putting your best in the resources that you have. Resources can be time, it can be money, it can be your talent. So, be like us. We never know when the next pandemic or when the next trials of your life may come your way. But if you have invested on something, like kung may pera kang nilagay sa bangko, meron kang mawi-withdraw. Kung ikaw ay nag-aral na mabuti, for me, and I think your parents would agree with me that education is the best investment. That's why your parents are working hard for you to be able to get good education. So, what will be your job as students? Study harder, because if you invest wisely by reading books, studying well, meron kang huhugutin pagdating ng kinabukasan mo. Hindi ka magugutom. Kung may edukasyon ka, meron kang magandang trabaho na pwede mong makuha. So, invest wisely, be like ants. The next lesson is about life itself is a lesson. Again, connected to dun sa number 3, dun sa third lesson, which is investing wisely. No? Whether you like it or not, being in isolation can be taken in a positive or in a negative way. As I have stated, isolation by itself is very nega, because man is a social being. But look at it this way. I myself, I was able to experience, deep and dark isolation when I contacted COVID. And when I was at home, trying to get well, to recover, I came to realize and to learn a lot of things. I realized that reading more, researching more, will help me overcome my boredom. Just like you, what have you learned? What skills have you learned from isolation? For our students, ano bang natutunan nyo during wala kayong ginagawa? You know, let's not allow boredom and negativity for us to bring out the best in us. Alam ko during pandemic, maraming naging plantita. Maraming mga fur babies tayo. Marami tayong good habits that we develop. And this is what I'm telling you, that we learn, let's make, or let's be optimistic instead of being more negative. Huwag tayo maging nega sa pagkakataon na tayo ay naiinip na. May kasabihan that an idle mind is a devil's workshop. Pag wala kang ginagawa, doon pumapasok lahat ng mga negativity. So instead of swallowing or wallowing in self-pity, learn to adapt, learn to think, or why don't you come up with some good things that you can develop, skills that you can develop. As I have stated, napakaraming pwede kang mag-alaga ng isda, ang dami mong pwedeng gawin. Spending more time with your parents, having a nice conversation, a simple meal, learning how to cook can be a good way of overcoming some negativity and anxieties that you might have felt during isolation or during a long stay of lockdown. Another lesson which I think is very, very important is there's always good in every bad situation. I think this is somewhat connected with bringing out the best in some of the worst situation. This can only be overcome when you don't put a limit on what you can do. For the students, sa mga graduates natin, young adults, marami tayo kasi mga self-imposed limitation like isipin natin, ay hindi ako mag-i-engineering kasi mahina ako sa math. Ay hindi ako kukuha ng journalism kasi hindi ako marunong sa English. But these are, before you know it, these are just self-imposed limitations. Because when you put a limit right there and there, chances are you're not giving yourself an opportunity to grow. And I hope this pandemic has taught you that stretching your limit is the best way for us to survive this pandemic. And yun yung napatunayan natin. Kasi kung hindi tayo naging adaptive, if you don't adapt in the modular or printed modular system, if you don't allow or if you don't adapt to online distance learning, hindi ka matututo. You know, this pandemic has robbed us in a lot of things. During the last 3 years that we are in lockdown, maraming pagkakataon na hindi tayo nakapag-celebrate ng birthday na kasama natin yung mga friends, family members. Maraming pagkakataon na we're not able to shake hands, we're not able to see eye to eye or face to face with our loved ones and other friends. But I hope this pandemic would also somehow taught us a lot of things that life during pandemic has taught us many lessons. It's a lessons to be learned. And we are learning and we are growing. Because that's what life is all about. We continue to learn. It's a learning process. Habang nandito tayo sa mundo, while we are still alive, give yourself an opportunity to learn new things and to better improve yourself and to overcome your fears. Do not impose limits on what you can do. And finally, last but not the least, is it takes really a village to educate a child. I guess every parents would agree with me that tutoring or helping your kids to answer their respective modules is not very easy. You realize now, ang hirap palang magturo. Ang hirap pala ng buhay ng isang teacher. I hope parents would realize that it's not an easy task to teach your children. And for us, DepEd, you know, there are 27 million Filipino learners across the country. And during pandemic, during the opening of the limited face-to-face, which started last November, we realized, and I hope many parents would realize, that the excitement that the students felt during the first day of the limited face-to-face is an indication by itself that students, children, or youth miss school. Iba yung face-to-face engagement with the teachers. Teachers remain to be the most essential factor in the learning environment. Yung face-to-face hindi natin matatawaran na kaharap natin yung nagtuturo sa atin. And parents would realize it's very difficult if you play the role of a parents and teachers at the same time. And we at the Department of Education, we just don't stop. We embrace the challenge kahit may pandemic pa, kailangan buksan na ang klase because this is one realization. Statistics would show that many students who know how to read and write unlearn. When you say unlearn, yung mga dating marunong magbasa at magsulat, after almost 3 years of lockdown, na hindi sila pumapasok ng face-to-face sa school, nakalimutan nila kung paano magbasa at magsulat. This is very alarming because in education, there's these principles that after so long a time that you don't get to practice, you might forget it. That's the principle of unlearning. And so, with what we have gone through during pandemic, as an educator, I would like to congratulate all the teachers, the institution that you represent, the administrators, because we are slowly getting back to the normal. It may not be the old normal because it would never be 100% capacity in the school. That means we will be implementing hybrid learning wherein there would be students going to school and there would be students who are still online or in their modular scheme, but this should be done alternately in order to provide measures that will help or prevent the spread of virus. As the vaccination rate increases and as the COVID cases decline, I hope our aim or our goal to put premium on education never fades.
Dear graduates, my heart is filled with happiness looking at you who are graduates from Bensagon Memorial Elementary School today. I therefore extending my warmest congratulations to all of you with your parents on this very special day. Your graduation marks the beginning of a much greater endeavor. It signals a new chapter in your life as you start the junior high. For this, you need to persevere to enable you to beat the challenges that this new journey will bring. The insights you have learned in school, coupled with a strong determination, are your most valued weapons. These, I believe, will help you reach your goals in life. I would like to commend the parents for their efforts that led to the success of these young children. May your support be untiring so that these young people will become better men and women in our society. Graduates, you should know that your parents are very proud of you today. They have high hopes for you and they believe in you. And you are making them proud by showing what you can do. Today is an important day for you and for them. So congratulations to all the graduates, congratulations to the parents, and finally congrats to the teachers and everyone else who helped our graduates reach her today. Congratulations.
Here are the Gracings Anahaw Academic Excellence Awardees for school year 2021-2022 with honors. Dayon Claire C. Magsayo with an average of 92%. Jessamine T. Arsenal with an average of 91%. Riolyn B. Haluot with an average of 91%. Congratulations, awardees!
Reaching our dreams starts the day when we go to school. This dream is our inspiration to strive more and be the best of everything we can do. Parents, friends, my dear co-graduates, teachers, our school head, Mr. Elmer E. Butak. Ladies and gentlemen, a pleasant morning to all of you. Today is a memorable day for all of us because we, the batch of 2022, were able to celebrate his graduation with a theme. K-12 graduates pursuing dreams and fostering resilience in the face of adversity. We are lucky enough for the chances given to us, even though we are still facing COVID-19 all over the world. Adversities are not a hindrance for us to succeed, but with determination and courage, we can make it. We, the graduates, are very excited and proud of this achievement. This pandemic causes a lot, and also it gives lesson in life as well. To our teachers, thank you so much. We really appreciated all the hard works and endeavors during these trying times. Words are not enough to measure all the sacrifices you have done for us. Our graduation today is the first of the series of accomplishments that we will surely achieve with the guidance of our parents. To them, we owe you a lot. Thank you very much for your love and support for our undertakings. Thank you to our Almighty God for everything, especially for keeping us healthy and safe amidst pandemic. We do not know what happened next, but with the guidance of the Lord, we will make our dreams in reality. Thank you and congratulations, everyone. I am Din Claire C. Magsayo and proud to be with you today. Have a nice day and mabuhay!
Pledge of Loyalty. On this solemn occasion, we, the graduates of Bensagon Memorial Elementary School, 2021-2022, implore the presence of our Almighty Father, do hereby promise and commit ourselves to live up to the height of service for which our school stands, and to uphold the best tradition for our people and country, and to discharge fully and willingly our solemn duties and responsibilities as junior citizens of the Republic of the Philippines. To the end, we shall bring honor and happiness to our school, parents, country, and God. So help us, God.
In every beginning, there is an ending. I would like to express my sincerest congratulations to our graduates, class 2021-2022. At last, you have finished your first ladder in education, your first 7 years of compulsory education. Our dear graduates, you may not experience to go out, gather, and celebrate this momentous event, but you are then thankful to this one-of-a-kind ceremony using this platform to show your achievements. You are all deserved to celebrate and be proud of yourselves as one way of having a positive response as you take another step toward the brighter future amidst the trials we encounter nowadays. You are truly blessed as you stood the test of time. Our DepEd Secretary said, with your passion and purpose, you can reach your dreams and change the world. Good luck, soar high graduates, and may God bless us always.
Almighty Father, we thank you for this opportunity of being together and spend this joyous occasion with your blessings. We are extremely blessed, for despite the situation the world is currently experiencing, you are continuously supplying us with the strength, inspiration, and wisdom to teach and touch lives. With your loving hands, you continue to encourage us to go on and do our best to be the source of strength and courage to our students. For in our strength alone, we can do nothing. Almighty God, we lift everything in your hands, our hope and dreams for the future. We trust in you. May you hear our prayers, and lead us to do what is best for the children who are entrusted in our care. Above all, may you continue to bless each of us with good health and strength to carry our important task. May Jesus Christ serve as our inspiration, an example of an untiring and devoted teacher. We ask all of this in Jesus' name. Amen.
I close my eyes and I can see a world that's waiting up for me, that I call my own. Through the dark, through the door, through where no one's been before, but it feels like home. They can say it all sounds crazy. They can say I've lost my mind. I don't care, so call me crazy. We can live in a world that we design. 'Cause every night I lie in bed, the brightest colors fill my head. A million dreams are keeping me awake. I think of what the world could be, a vision of the one I see. A million dreams is all it's gonna take. Oh, a million dreams for the world we're gonna make. There's a house we can build. Every room inside is filled with things from far away. Special things I compile, each one there to make you smile on a rainy day. They can say it all sounds crazy. They can say we've lost our minds. I don't care if they call us crazy. Run away to a world that we design.
Every night I lie in bed, the brightest colors fill my head. A million dreams keeping me awake. I think of what the world could be, a vision of the one I see. A million dreams is all it's gonna take. Oh, a million dreams for the world we're gonna make.
However big, however small, let me be part of it all. Share your dreams with me. You may be right, you may be wrong, but say that you'll bring me along to the world you see, to the world I close my eyes to see. I close my eyes to see.
Every night I lie in bed, the brightest colors fill my head.
A million dreams are keeping me
A million dreams, a million dreams. I think of what the world could be, a vision of